Why are you out here today?
Because I've announced my candidacy for mayor of the city of Decatur today.
Before we even get into that, there's a lot of division in the city right now when it comes to the Steve Perkins case, when it comes to the mayor of Decatur. Some are feeling like he hasn't been acting in the best interest of the city. What is your opinion on what you're seeing right now as a possible replacement?
Well, I'm running because I love the city. You know, I've lived here practically all my life, and I think there's time for new leadership, and I think I can provide leadership that this city needs.
But what are you seeing, sir?
Well, there is division, but I think that we all need to just keep communicating and building relationships with each other and try to improve our city.
I mean, that's an easy statement to say, sir, but when it comes to it actually happening, it hasn't happened in the last year. So when you see that, what is the solution to that other than what you said? Like, what is the actual action behind it?
Well, you know, I'm not the mayor now, so I'm not privy to a lot of those things. You know, I think that we can build a positive city in the future, and that's what I will be working to do, is to bring the city together, to, like I said earlier, to build relationships between each other.
And I understand you're not the mayor. I mean, I understand you don't know the ins and outs. Only the mayor would know that. But when it comes to the actual ideas to do that, like, what are your ideas to do that?
Well, first off is to listen, to communicate, and like I keep saying, build relationships. You know, be here to hear everybody, which, you know, I come to most of the city council meetings and listen to what's being said.
I mean, again, with that in mind, you do come to the city council meetings, and especially after what happened on September 29th. You've been here regularly. I've seen you here
Yes,
regularly.
sir.
And you've heard what's going on here.
Yes, sir.
Right? The city is divided.
Right.
Right? It starts at the top, right? And you're running for mayor for a reason.
Right.
I mean,
I'm running because I believe I can bring new leadership to the city and bring unity to the city.
But with that distrust of city officials, of city leaders, it's not going to just be easy as saying, "Hey guys, I'm the new mayor. Come, let's all be friends." Like, what are you going to do to bridge that gap?
Well, I'm going to listen to the people, and I'm going to look for the things that we all need as a community and try to provide that as the mayor.
What does this community need? Give me three things.
Well, we need well, you got me on the spot now, guys. I think first off, we need communication. You know, we need better communication from the city and between the citizens of the city. First off, that's the main thing we need. And then we need leadership that will listen to the problems and look for ways to solve these problems.
Has the mayor done any of that? Has there been leadership, or has he offered ways to solve these problems,
Well,
in your opinion?
that's up to everybody to decide.
Are you a resident here?
I am.
So what is your opinion?
My opinion is that I can provide good leadership for the
What is
city.
your opinion of the mayor's handling of all of this within the last year?
I would say that I would do things differently because my style of leadership is different from his.
What is your opinion of the way he's been doing things, sir? Please be specific.
I don't really want to get into that. You know, he's a mayor. I'm not the mayor.
But also with the fact that he represents the city, he's not above reproach. No city leader is. You're a citizen. You're running for mayor. These are the questions that people want to know. What are your opinions on the fact and how the mayor has run the city so far? And what will make you different? If you, by stating that, then you'll be able to differentiate between you and the mayor. And that's the thing that we're trying to figure out right now.
The big difference is I will be here to listen. You know, I will listen to everybody and try to make things right with everybody.
Has the mayor done that?
but with that in mind, Mr. Lawrence, he's walked out of city council meetings during public comment. That's the only time that city leaders, community leaders get a chance to communicate with him. That is their forum to.
And I've stayed for every one of them that I've been here. I'm here through the whole meeting. I'm listening to them.
What makes you different than the mayor is the question.
I have a lot more leadership experience than he does.
What's your experience?
I've been in management since I was 16 years old. I had a paper route when I was 10. Worked for McDonald's for 24 years. I've owned my own business here in Decatur for 27 years. So I've been managing people for a long time. And I understand what it takes to manage people.
How long you been a resident here?
Since I was 6 months old.
It's a long time.
Yes, sir. I'm 67, so you can do the math.
Could you give us your, Ms. Lawrence, could you give us your credentials right now? I mean, you're with the Chamber of Commerce, am I right?
Well, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I sit on the executive board of the Chamber of Commerce. Like I said, I recently sold my business last year here, but I still work for the company that bought me out.
What was that business?
Tennessee, or TVW Electrical Supplies, and I sold out to Inline Electric.
So right now you work for them?
I work for Inline Electric as a branch manager, doing the same thing I did running the business when it was mine,
How long were you with the Chamber of Commerce? How many years?
since 1996.
What is your relationship with the mayor, if any?
I know him. I've known him for many years.
Is he a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say he's a, well, yeah, I mean, I'm friends with a lot of people.
Are you friends with the mayor, sir? Yes or no?
I would say we're friends. I have a different opinion than him, but I do know him. Yes.
And the last question I'm going to ask is, again, I just want to give, because you are announcing you're running for office, I want to give you an opportunity to address the question that I asked specifically earlier, which I don't really feel like you answered. My question to you is, how do you think the mayor has done thus far within the last year?
I'm not going to bash the mayor. I don't want to get into that kind of campaign.
I'm not asking you to bash. I'm asking you to give your opinion.
Well, my opinion is that I'm not going to run that kind of campaign. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do,
Okay.
not what he hasn't done.
Okay, but that's also important, and that's what's at the forefront right now. Especially when you have conversations about him possibly wanting to step down, then him saying he doesn't want to step down.
And that's his.
I mean, these are a lot of
his
things.
decision to make.
Exactly, but I mean, you had the opportunity, sir, and I guess you didn't want to take it. Anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Here you go, sir.
You got me into that.
Well,